Hello. So usually when I'm teaching live classes, I don't pre-plan them because I like to, see what's going on with the people in front of me, deal with it in real time. When I do these virtual classes, I always pre-program them because I get nervous about doing them, and I want them to come out right. Today I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make this up as I go, because it's been kind of a weird week and I don't have this like one person or workout plan in mind. I've just seen a lot of people under a whole lot of stress. So I'm going to do a workout that feels like it helps me move my stress through my body, and hopefully it will land or resonate with some of you guys the same way and be helpful. We're going to start standing, and the first mission will be to just get our wiggles out. And I mean that. So loosen up your arms and just play around with waving them or shaking them. And let the impulse come from your fingers and your hands and your wrists. Like, let them be segmented and free of each other and free to explore a little. And just start an impulse that wiggles up through the elbows and the shoulders and moves your shoulder blades a little bit. And then let that wave get a little bigger. You can let your arms go just a little farther away from your body. It might start to feel like one wave. And you can see I've started to shift my weight back and forth. Why don't you do that too? If you're comfortable just even lifting a leg off. I'm just trying to do it a little different every time. I got no real agenda except to start noticing how the weight shift affects the wiggle in my upper body. So I'm trying to stay soft and loose, but now there's this kind of solid sway in a different direction. So let's add a little different movement to your legs. I want you to go down and up a little bit more. If you're feeling silly, that's awesome. I want you to feel silly. This is called the Muppet Dance, actually. It was not made up by Joseph Pilates. It was made up by one of my friends, but it's a winner. All right, and we're just going to do one more each side. Great. All right, so you feel a little life in your body, a little movement flow through it. Now let's find strength and stillness by setting our posture and tuning into breathing. I'm going to have you set your feet parallel, hip width apart, and then I want you to place one hand on your chest and one hand on your abdomen. Let's focus on aligning your posture first, and let your body do a small sway forward and backwards, just a little one, moving from the ankles, but letting your body kind of get whipped along with it. Gradually make it smaller. And try to settle your body weight over your heels. And then we're going to think about organizing the pelvis over the heels, the rib cage stacked over the pelvis, and then the head on top of the ribs. Keeping a general sense of your alignment that way is a good way to set up what we would call optimal posture. And now let's tune into your breath, and I want you to try to feel action happening both at the chest and the abdomen when you breathe. So as you inhale, you're going to feel your body move into your hands, torso move into the hands as you fill with the air. And then as you exhale, your chest and your abdomen will sink away from your hands. As you breathe in and expand, imagine the point where you're going to get widest is in between the height of your hands right here. And then as you exhale, feel that area gathering back in as you feel your chest and your abs sink away from the hands. Breathe in, feel your body expanding. Now imagine the air going all the way down to your feet and all the way up to the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, maintain that length in your spine and just feel a support drawing in from all the sides. And one more time, send the breath deep into your rib cage. Your shoulders stay mostly relaxed. And exhale. I don't know why I said mostly. All right. We're going to keep thinking about your breath, but let's go do it in another position. Let's get down to kneeling on your hands and knees. Okay, set your hands right under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and spread your fingertips apart wide so that your hands take up a lot of space. I'm going to get you into a cat stretch eventually, but let's take 2 breaths, and on the third, we'll get movement going. So when we're in this position, just different relationship to gravity, when you breathe in, just feel still just a general sense of expansion, of your head reaching away from your sit bones, your ribs getting wider out to the side. And now when you exhale, as you blow the air out, just observe your abdominal wall as if there's a sling underneath you, like pulling in to create support. And we're going to take another breath in, feeling the back and the sides of the ribs expand. And then when you exhale, just a little more sense of that deep layer of the abdominals. Now take one more breath in. This time as you exhale, start that same compression, and then we're going to move with it. Like your belly's pulling into your spine, we're going to start to curl, pulling back even farther to round your spine into flexion, where we engage different abdominal muscles, layering them. Now as you inhale, reach your tailbone out, and let your breath expand your chest as you go through neutral and lift your chest and chin into extension. As you exhale, compress your abs, start to tuck your tail under, round the spine. Imagine your head and tail were going to touch each other underneath you. And then inhale, reach the tail and head away from each other. Keep pressing away from the floor with the arms and the legs as you lift into extension. And exhale, tuck your tail under and round the spine, moving through the rhythm of breath. And then inhale back out. One more time, exhale as you flex your spine. And then inhale as you extend. All right, let's stiffen back up again. So we're pressing away from the floor, flattening your back out. Let's do a couple rounds of the horseshoe, which is great to strengthen your wrists, but also really good for movement of your pelvis. So you're going to take your body weight, shift it over to one side, so both on the hand and the knee. You're going to swing the weight of your hips back to circle around and up to the other side. And so as we swing, even though a horseshoe or a U shape is circular at the bottom of the motion there, I want you to focus on keeping a flat back. Resist tucking your tail like we did in the cat stretch. And when you shift back, tip your sit bones up a little in order to keep you neutral. Let's do one more to each side. And then back the other way. Okay. Come up into a tall kneeling position. Just do a quick shaky, shaky, shaky of your wrists. Arms out to the side. We're going to do a few side bends. I want you to side bend on the inhale and breathe into the expanded side of your body. Exhale as you come back up. Inhale, side bend, and exhale to lift. Inhale over, and exhale up, and allow your head to fall, softening the neck, and lift. One more to each side. And then back up, and inhale over, and exhale to lift. Okay, release your arms down. Let's go down onto your back. Reach your arms up to the ceiling with your palms facing in. Let's set up toe taps next. Rock into imprint when you exhale, creating a slight pelvic tilt to lengthen your low back, and then lift one leg and then the other into your tabletop position. Now your arms are off the mat to make it a little harder for you to stabilize, but set your arms so that the shoulder blades do feel weighted into the ground and you're not making unnecessary tension in your chest. When you exhale, you're going to tap one foot down to the mat, inhale to lift your leg up. As you exhale, tap your other foot down, inhale as you lift. Tap towards the floor as you exhale, inhale up, and feel how your breath can deepen the support and the compression at your abs. One more like that on each side for now. And exhale, tap down, inhale up. Now I'm going to have you leave your legs in tabletop. Still use your abdominals to hold them, but we're not going to move them for a bit. If that's going to be hard for you and you feel tension in your back, tuck them in closer to you to release that. If you like the challenge, keep them out there. All right, arms up. Now I'm going to have you take one arm, reach it straight up towards the ceiling so your shoulder blade protracts and your spine twists just a little, and then pull it back and reach the other one up. And we're just going to keep rotating side to side, making this small shimmy with your upper body while trying to stabilize and brace the legs and the pelvis. Keep rotating like that, but let's make it a little bit bigger so your head and shoulders follow into a small oblique rotation. And although you're still trying to stabilize your legs, you can expect them to wiggle a little bit. And reach, just one more to each side. Exhale and inhale down. Exhale, reach and down. Hands behind your head. Lower your feet. We're not done with this yet, but let's give you a little reset. That was a long time to hold your legs up. Okay, angle your elbows up a little bit. Take another exhale breath to recreate your imprint. Just get that connection like you're shortening suspenders while pulling the hips and the ribs a little closer together. And then lift your first leg as you inhale and your second as you exhale. All right, so toe tapping again. When you exhale, tap one foot to the mat. Inhale, lift your leg. Exhale, tap your other foot down. Inhale to lift. So the only difference is the position of your arms. With your hands by your head. For some of you, this might create a tougher challenge than the first way if you're really tight in your lats or in your mid-back. Let's do one more on each side. And inhale up, exhale down, inhale lift. We're going to do another set of crunches, but straight up the middle this time instead of obliques. Legs stay there. Exhale, nod your chin. Curl up your head and shoulders to see your legs. Inhale to come back down. Exhale, curl forward. Inhale to lower. Now here's the trick I'd like you to master. We are moving forward into flexion towards your legs, but I want you to have the sense that your head was dropped backwards, as in taking the support from your arms. So let the abdominal muscles and the arms flex forward, but very gently push the back of your head towards your hands. Gently. It's the shift of intention that I want, not really the power of it. But by sensing that relationship, you are less likely to use the bigger neck muscles that cause a lot of compression, and we can strengthen some of the tinier neck muscles that let you hold your head up with good posture and space between the vertebrae. One more time. Exhale, curl up, and then back down. Yeah, again, that was plenty of this. All right, let's turn on to your side. You're going to rest your head on your bottom arm, or you can grab a pillow if that's not comfortable. Tuck your legs up into tabletop position. I'm going to trace a circle with my top arm at the shoulder, and almost like in the direction of a softball player would pitch a ball. But I'm going to let my upper body follow differently than I would if I was pitching. When you breathe in, you're going to take your arm up by your ear. At the same time, start to rotate your head so you can follow the arm with your gaze. You're going to twist your upper body, and then let your arm continue circling around as you rotate back onto your side. So let's do this with an inhale breath until you're halfway through the circle, and an exhale breath as you return. As you continue to draw the circle with your arm, press your legs down so that the ankles, knees, and hips stay stacked. And they serve to be like an anchor resisting the motion you're creating. One more time. Go up and over as you inhale, and then back around as you exhale. Let's flip you over to the other side. Okay, top arm reaching forward again. Let's take that inhale breath. Arm comes up by the ear. You're going to rotate your upper body, and then exhale around to your hip and back to the front. Big inhale to circle around. Let's use this time to also feel how the breath can help. While you're inhaling, let the breath fill up the area you're trying to stretch. And when you exhale, contract your abs to help you turn back. 2 more times. Inhale. And then exhale around. Last one, up and over. And all the way around again. All right, flip over onto your stomach. We're going to work here with your legs parallel. They can be together or slightly separated. Pose your arms in a W position, and we're going to do like a pre-exercise, mini exercise, and then make it a little bit tougher. First component I want you to feel is extending your upper back. When we extend, leave 1 or 2 of your lowest ribs touching the mat as, again, an anchor or a limit. You're going to take an inhale breath. As you press into your forearms, pull your shoulder blades back and down and lift your head and chest away from the mat. And then exhale to lower back down through each rib and then your neck and head. As you inhale, lead with your gaze lifting. Let your shoulder blades slide back, open the chest and lift the chin. And then exhale as you lower back down. Inhale to lift up. And then exhale, lower to the hover. Now, by the hover, I mean you're very close to the mat. You're looking down at the mat, but you're just off of it so you can still breathe. And when you sense that, push in your forearms again and hold that just an inch off the mat position. And you could feel your upper back muscles are working just in a different intensity than that full extension. Try to stay in this hover, and as you exhale, I want you to float your arms off the mat and reach them overhead. Now feel how the load of your upper body gets a lot heavier there. Inhale, bend your elbows back in, but keep them hovering off. And just sense that change. When I reach the arms away from me on the exhale, the breath is tightening my abs. The load of my arms gets heavier on the upper back muscles. Inhale to pull back in. One more time. Exhale, reach overhead. And inhale to return. Let's lower back down. All right, we're going to turn those two pieces into the breaststroke exercise. It'll begin in the hover, reaching the arms overhead into that superhero pose. As you exhale, send the arms overhead. Now as you inhale, circle your arms to your hips while you lift your head and chest enough to see off the end of the mat. Bend your elbows, dive back down to the hover, reach your arms overhead. Inhale, circle the arms, float back up. Exhale, compress the abs, reach the arms through. Inhale, circle and lift. 3 more times. Exhale, dive low. Circle and float back up. And 2 to dive it down. Circle and lift. 1 more time. Exhale, take it low. And circle and lift to the top. All right, let's come back down. Hands under your forehead now. If I put you here on your belly, you know I have to extend your hips. Rest your head on your hands. I'm going to keep my body hovering off just so it's easier for me to talk to you, but you can let your upper body go. Okay. Now bring your sense of your sense down to your pelvis. And I want you to feel the front of your pelvis. You got your 2 hip bones, those little bony prominences in the front, and your pubic bone making a triangle. Rock around a little bit and see if you can get in alignment so that you have a little pressure on your pubic bone as well as those 2 hip bones. And we're going to start with an alternating leg lift. When you exhale, lift one leg off the mat and try to keep that triangle of bony landmark stable as the leg lifts. Inhale, lower it down. Now try your other leg. Exhale to lift up and inhale to lower. Next time, 2 in a row with the same leg. So you're going to lift it up, almost touch it to the mat, lift it up again, and drop back down. Other side. Lift it up, mostly release it, lift it up again. Repeat 2 on each side again. So you're going to go up, envisioning your legs getting longer as it lifts, release it a little, lift it up again, and down. 1 more on the other side like that, so lengthen and lift, release a little, lift up. Now make it 5 pulses on the same leg, a little tighter and faster. Exhale up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Notice I'm not going any higher. Lower back down. I just want a little more, less more, less more. 4, 5. Inhale back down. First leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now that I'm pulsing and moving a little faster, keep going. It's harder to resist rotating that triangle of the bony landmarks. Inhale back down. So tune into that. Exhale, pull the abs in. Stabilizing. 3, 4, 5. Inhale to lower and exhale to lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 1 more set each side. Lengthen and lift. Keep that knee nice and straight. 4, 5, and lower back down. Last time for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Push yourself back into a shell stretch. Sit your hips onto your heels, round your spine. Let's tune into your breath again, this time using your inhale to expand the back of your rib cage, letting any tension you have out of that mid-back, and stay there for another exhale, pulling your abs in a little bit deeper. Do 1 more breath in to stay there. When you exhale, you're going to roll up into a sitting position. All right, I have to admit I am feeling better. I would like to do a challenging-ish exercise because I want to put a little more fire back in you. We move some stuff through you. Let's create a little tone. So we're going to go to the kneeling side kick. This gives us a chance to work on stability through the wrist up to the shoulder. So again, I'm going to have you spread your fingertips apart, and I've got my hand lined up even with one knee. I'm going to reach my other leg out to the side. Okay, so before I get going, I'm going to push away from the floor with my arms so I feel like I've stiffened up a little, but that'll also let you feel this underside, or the side of your waist, to that part of your abs. Okay, take your other hand, you're going to place it on your forehead. If that's not comfortable, it could go down to your hip. And you're going to lift your top leg up to hip height. First, we're going to play around with the bend and stretch just so you can practice how you're stabilizing with your arm. As you inhale, you're going to bend your knee and flex your foot at the same time. We're going to try to stay at hip height. Exhale, reach back out and point your toes. Inhale, flex your foot and bend. Every time you exhale, reset that energy pushing you away from the floor. Bend in on the inhale. Exhale, reach away. As you're pulling your heel in, make your sit bone go toward your heel as well. Exhale out. One more time. Inhale. Let's make it 2 more times so you can feel what I was saying again. Inhale, bend, and reach back out. Hold that leg straight. Flex your foot. Swing it forward till you feel a stretch in the back of your leg. And then point your toes. Kick it back till you feel a little stretch in the front of your hip. Inhale, flex your foot, swing forward. Exhale, point your toes, kick back. Try to stay as neutral and toned up through your torso as you can, but you may feel just a very slight rock backwards there as you search for that stretch. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale back. Last time, kick forward and exhale back. Bend that knee. What we do? Shake a wrist. All right. If you hit this moment and you're like, oh, my wrist is sore, using it this way, if you're really activating, pushing away, like I've been cueing, this is what gets it stronger. All right, spread those fingers apart. Stack your shoulder above the heel of your hand. And then let's set your extra arm at your forehead or your hip. All right, top leg goes to hip height. Push yourself away from the ground for that bend and stretch. On your inhale, flex your foot, bend your knee into tabletop. Exhale, reach away and point your toes. Inhale as you flex and bend. Exhale to reach away. Take that inhale into the sides of your ribs. Exhale, lift your pelvic floor, compress your abs. Inhale, bend. And reach away. Remember that relationship, sit bone and heel feel like they're traveling towards each other. Push away with the foot. Last time, inhale. Exhale, reach away. Now hold it that high. Kick it forward. It's an inhale breath. Flex foot to kick. Exhale, point your toes, swing back. Inhale, flex and kick forward. And exhale back. Reaching through the heel. And exhale away. 3 more times to kick. And exhale back. And 2. And reach. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Relax your leg down. Shake your wrist out. All right, have a seat. Knees bent, feet can be flat, or you can make your legs more shallow, the bend more shallow with your toes off the mat. And if it's more comfortable for you to sit up on a riser, sit up on a riser. Okay. In starting position for half roll back, which we're about to do, you want to get up onto your sit bones. So if you're a sloucher, make sure you rock your pelvis forward and then line up your rib cage and your head right over your pelvis. Reach your arms forward at chest height. For today's variations, I'm going to have you turn your palms in and slightly bend your elbows to have a rounder starting position. But like the regular exercise, you're still going to flex forward, curling your upper body over your legs. Stay round like this and draw the navel in towards your spine a little bit, like your legs were hot and you're just trying to come just off of them. I want you to move through breath again with that thought on your mind. So start your exhale. We're going to pull away from those hot legs. Then start to rock your pelvis back so that you still have this compressive support as you roll down. On your inhale, dive forward over your legs. As you exhale, roll your hips away from the front of the thighs, tuck your tailbone underneath you. Inhale as you dive forward. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, curl forward. Now I don't want your arms to feel really stiff, but pretend this was a hug. Just give your arms a little contracting life. Exhale back. Inhale forward. This time, roll back and stay. You want to focus on keeping that lower spine rounded. Now as you breathe in, lift your arms up to the ceiling, which will add some more load for you to hold. Exhale, lower your arms. Inhale, dive forward. Let's do that again, so a little more endurance. Roll back on your exhale. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, dive forward. Roll back. You don't have to go too far. If you're not feeling your abs, you might be farther back than you need to be, which will make your low back tighten instead. So that initiation of compressing your abs, you want to match it with your pubic bone tucking up to know you're flexed here. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, lower, dive forward. One more this way. Roll it back. Arms float up and lower down and then round forward. Okay, sit up straight. Still a rounded shape to the arms, but now I want you to take your arms up to the ceiling. Carry your arms just forward of your head. This is called the obliques roll back. We start from vertical and begin rolling back from the hips again. Now you're going to add a rotation of your upper body and open your arms. As you inhale, turn back to the front, sit up tall again. Exhale, roll back, rotate to the opposite side, and then inhale back to center, stacking up over the sit bones. Roll back and rotate. Inhale, lift up, and roll back and twist. Inhale to lift. You've got 4. Inhale up, roll back for 3, and lift. Last 2. And one more time, and then back up. Release your arms down. Now, you're going to send your legs out either fully straight or almost straight if, again, you need a little support to get up on your sit bones. I want you to swing your arms around behind you and just touch the ground with just your fingertips. Roll your shoulders back and lift your chest and chin so you're looking up at the ceiling. Now I'm going to have you take your arms off the ground, round forward, and try to reach toward your feet. Roll up to straight while you're circling your arms around, lift your head and chest, and then circle around and flex forward again. One more time. Lifting up, getting that extended upper back, and then flexing forward. Now this time when you come out of it, just pretend you are stacking your back up against a wall, and we're going to rise up to vertical. All right. Last but not least, plank party. We're going to start standing with the length of the mat in front of you, and we're going to roll down onto it. When you're ready, use your exhale breath as you nod the chin and start to curl towards the floor. And I'm going to let my knees bend on the way down so it's easy to reach the ground. And then walk your hands out and create a plank. Once you're in your plank, squeeze your glutes a little and connect with your abs to give you support from above and below. And we're going to weight shift back towards your feet to stretch your calves and then forward towards your hands. Shift your weight back and forward towards your hands. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1. Tap your knees down. You're going to press back up into that. We're going to alternate lifting one leg at a time and just do one of those rocks forward and back before we switch legs. All right, knees back up, set your plank. Now as you inhale, pick up one leg. Exhale, shift your weight back and point the toes in the air. Shift your weight forward and flex the foot. Lower your leg down. Try one on the other leg. Lift the leg up. Shift back, point. Shift forward, flex. Lower the leg. Tap your knees down. We'll just do one on each side, but we are going to do that 2 more times. Press yourself up, form the plank. Brace away from the floor like we've been practicing. Lift one leg. Shift back and point. Shift forward, flex. Lower your leg. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, shift back, point. Inhale, shift forward, flex. Lower your legs down. Tap your knees. Just rock your weight off your wrist for a sec. One more time. This always makes me out of breath. Shift forward. Extend your knees. Inhale, lift a leg. Shift back, point. Shift forward, flex. Drop your leg down. Other side. Leg lifts. Shift back, point. Shift forward, flex. Lower your leg. Tap your knees. Now this time, walk your hands back in. Weight over your feet. Roll back up to vertical. All right, we're going down again. We're going to do push-ups. I'm going to do them down on my knees because I want to get a big range of motion all the way to the floor. If you would like that feeling, do knee down with me, or you can try a full push-up. We're going to do 8 though in a row. Drop your chin. Curl towards the floor. Maybe that number will push you down to your knees. Walk yourself out again. Okay, so we're going to make your plank. That would be your full plank. That's your knee down plank. On your inhale, bend your elbows. When you exhale, extend your elbows. That's how that works. Inhale on the way down and exhale back up. So there's benefits of doing either style of push-ups, but sometimes I just feel sad that in a full push-up, I'm lucky if I go 3/4 of the way down. 2 more times. This is so satisfying for my arms. 1 more. And up. All right, walk it back in. Bring your weight onto your feet. Tuck your tail under, roll back up again. All right, so last but not least, arms out to the side. We're going to side bend again, but from a standing position, I want you to add a little curtsy, and this will let you get a stretch up the whole side of your body. We're going to swing the arms around as you come through the middle, and then just linger in the stretch. Don't rush too fast on this. You can rush the transition, but hang out there. And then up and over and lift. One more to each side. Stretch and up and stretch over and lift. Drop your arms, shake it out. You're all done. All right. My eyes are dry. I don't know what that means. I feel better. I hope you feel better. I hope you